Alright guys, this is a movie reviewing channel. Generally speaking, I review movies. But it's not all I do. Sometimes I'm just gonna bring you something that's really cool, sweet, simple entertainment that's 15 minutes long. It's like, hey, watch that, because it's awesome. Best part is I've seen the gripes in the comment section of people who are like, Jeremy doesn't review indie films, he only reviews big budget things. Pretty sure Grand Budapest Hotel itself had a bigger budget than this short film. So fuck you and eat my dick, people who say I only review big budget things. Indie YouTube fan film is pretty much the epitome of low budget, so this counts. Right, there's this short film that hit the internet today. It's a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers short film. And we've seen some really sweet short films on YouTube lately. The Truth in Journalism short film that was ultimately about Venom, that Dirty Laundry one that had Thomas Jane as the Punisher, and it was about the Punisher. I saw this and I got that feeling like I did when I saw Mortal Kombat Rebirth, where I was like, holy God, my childhood, and I need to talk about this right now. It's such an interesting take on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. In this short film, it's within continuity to a point, and it's like, all right, we're going our own direction, but ultimately the Power Rangers are grown up. The Machine Empire is ultimately one. It's integrated its technology with ours, and now here we are. As Kimberly, played by Katie Sackhoff, she's in this interrogation chair. Rocky is ultimately turned turncoat. Rocky's played by James Vanderbeek. It's Dawson. And he's interrogating her, being like, where's Tommy Oliver? Otherwise known as the coolest Power Ranger ever made. He's the best. What I like about this reminded me of Power Rangers meets Watchmen. Even Rocky says in there, he was like, we were children made to fight an intergalactic war against an enemy that we had never met before. So it's like, gosh, they would be messed up, wouldn't they? Especially Tommy, you know? He was evil, and then he had power, and then he lost it, and he had it, and he lost it. So now they all have PTSD, and when they're not Power Rangers anymore. Some are dead, some are mercenaries. Tommy Oliver's like off the grid. He's like the cool kind of bum. He's a nomad. It's just the way it is. You see this nomadic guy who used to be a Power Ranger who's completely homeless, and he's sifting through garbage bins. It's like, no, but, you know, it's not like you're a bum. Can I say bum? I don't know. In 2015, I feel like there's a lot of shit I used to be able to say that I can't say anymore. I really love this shit. I liked seeing where the Power Rangers are now that they're all grown up and they're not necessarily Power Rangers anymore. I would have liked to have seen Jason David Frank come back as Tommy, but because you feel like, oh, they're all adults, so why isn't Jason David Frank back as Tommy? Doesn't he do MMA fighting or something like that? I don't know, maybe he was doing other stuff. I promise you he was approached to do it. This is ultimately Power Rangers fan service. I know a lot of times in movies, if movies are fan service, people are like, oh, it's just fan service bullshit. It's not really actually, it's just fan service bullshit. When it's a 15-minute long movie and it's put on the internet just for the sake of entertainment, it's allowed to be fan service. And this is not your childhood Power Rangers. It's not like you can sit down with your kid, Timmy, who's like 8 years old, and be like, hey, Timmy, this is what I used to watch when I was your age. No. There's like brain splatters and there's a lot of blood. It's really violent. This is a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fan service fan film that's made for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fans who were fans of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when it aired. Ultimately, I see this as the possibility of a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, because I always said, like, yeah, a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, that would be cool. If you saw, I believe it was my Q&A video, and I said that in there, I was like, that could be like X-Men meets Pacific Rim. That's awesome. But now I'm thinking, like, I kind of want something like this, where it's an in-continuity reboot, where it's like, oh yeah, the events of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers happened, and now they're older, and maybe some of them are not good anymore. Maybe they went with the enemy. What I saw here was something that I had never thought about before, and that's what I love most. It's like when someone can make something that's like, oh hey, here, didn't think about that, did you? And I'm like, no, I didn't. My one hang-up is at the very end, and it's kind of gonna be a spoiler here. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you don't want it spoiled, go watch it right. There's a link below to watch this short film. Go watch it. But for the rest of you who, this is spoilers now, you've been warned. At the end, Tommy's looking at Kimberly. He's like, who are you? And she's like, I'm Kimberly. He's like, no, I held Kimberly as she died. Who are you? And she's like, don't you remember me? And her face is like cracking away. And she's like, I created you. And she turns into Rita, and she's like, the galaxy's ours. And he's like, Rita, slash. And it's the end. I was like, all right. Rita's costume, first of all, kind of looks like something out of Halloween Workshop, like something you would buy at Target at the mall or something. And for some odd reason, it just kind of took it down from this really gritty, realistic take on Power Rangers. It's still, it's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, not going to completely be realistic, but it was, it's like dark, it had its grit. Then it was like, it's like cheesy again, and it's kind of, there's something about Rita makes it cheesy. I just feel like the Rita execution wasn't as good. You could have had Katie Sackhoff's face just kind of crack a little bit, and out of implication, she's like, I created you, don't you know me? And he could have just been like, Rita. And you know that Rita shapeshifted in to look like Kimberly, and that's all you need to know. But instead, you have this cheesy take on Rita. I didn't like it. There's no two ways around it. I just didn't like it. But all in all, this Power Rangers short film, or bootleg as the producer calls it, I loved it. I was like, it's like my childhood met my older self, and we were like, here is something that comes together that we can both enjoy. I'd love to see more of these. Just like you have Lord Zed to pull from. Where's Goldar? Is he alive? Just show me more. Guys, I bring this to you because I genuinely believe that you will enjoy it. I put a link below. Go check it out. So this Power Rangers short film, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.